Okay guys, welcome back to another video with Derek Okahashi on moving to Hawaii. I'm smiling because I try to do like 3 intros. But anyways, today we're here at Ko Olina. This is a true resort community. We talked about kind of resort living in the Hawaii Kai video, and I think we even referenced this one that we're shooting today. So here we're back today shooting it. This is a place where you can live and have your boat here, and you can golf and play tennis and have yoga instruction and swim in the lagoon. And there's a place called Turtle Bay on the North Shore. There's this area on the southwest side. This is like real resort living. And Waikiki, that's like tourist living. It's a lot of mainland vacationers or people who want to buy just a winter only investment type of thing. Probably going to be watching this video. We're going to show you the 5 main communities that make up this resort community in terms of long-term living and more long-term to medium-term rentals. We're also going to show you a couple of the hotels. So there's a Four Seasons and Disney hotel behind me. Teach you some little tricks about the lagoons and how you can actually enjoy these lagoons. Right now there's a parking line out of the lagoon, but we'll teach you some of those tricks as well. And we're just gonna show you all around Ko Olina. So we parked over there, we're like swimming right here. I was under the water. That was my birthday. Yeah, I was here on my birthday. I came up and I heard seal. The seal was like right here. It was like super close to me. It went right by my son and my kids are all impressed, and then it went right up on the beach there, and then it was like, oh, that's too crowded. So it kind of like did this thing all around the perimeter and then went out. We want to start in Honokai, a nearby neighborhood that is not Ko Olina. So if you go on Airbnb and they say Ko Olina, but it's in Honokai, it's very much not Ko Olina, but it's very close. Start over there and then take the freeway cutoff so you can experience what we experience when we're coming from Kapolei, coming from town into Ko Olina. And you already feel it right here. This groomed entrance with these bushes and flowers, and before you even go through the front guard shack, it's not really a guard shack, before you go through the front entrance, right here on the right, as soon as you enter Ko Olina, you come across Kailani. I'm going to call one of our YouTube buyers, Craig. Hey Craig, this is Derek Okahashi. We're actually shooting a YouTube video today on Ko Olina, and I was just telling the YouTube world how one of our new YouTube connections and buyers is here in Ko Olina. We're gonna show people around and say hi. If you're around today, if you guys are gonna be back on this side of the island. There are a couple 2-bedrooms on the market. Price range is above $1 million. You're looking 1.1, maybe 1.2, and then the maintenance fee is $931 a month. Throughout Ko Olina, you're gonna find larger maintenance fees than you would find in non-resort communities. You're paying for the lagoons, which we'll get to be around the golf course. There's a well-groomed main road. There's all these restaurants and dining and shops. It's a different thing. So with that being said, the maintenance fee is a different thing as well. A lot of these properties are rentals. They're vacation rentals. People come here for a month at a time. You're gonna see that a lot here in Ko Olina in each community, but more so and Kailani, definitely in beach villas and coconut plantation as well. So right here on this perimeter part of Kailani, in the back of the homes, you actually have ocean view. Like the ocean's right there. Another cool thing about Ko Olina is there's a train track. We don't have trains like the mainland, right? Like if you're in Tennessee or places like that, sometimes you have to stop and sit there for 10 or 20 minutes while this long train goes by, and you don't have that here. But we do have this one train track that used to be used, I think, for the plantations back in the day. They still use it as just like a tourist type thing. Where you are on the coastline can make a huge difference. So for example, over here, I don't know how many sandy areas, or if there are any right there. It's mostly rocks and stuff. So while it's beautiful to look at, it's less accessible. One thing to point out, some of these Kailani ones are right here on the main road, Farrington Highway here, that goes to the west side. I don't think road noise would be a big issue, but definitely the ocean views would be more preferable. You see one 2-bedroom that might be $1 million, and then another 2-bedroom at $1.2 million, and you're like, well, what's that all about? And it's that view. It's that $200,000 view. Coming out of Kailani, and we're gonna turn right here back onto the main road, which is where you would have been going when you took the exit. And I'm gonna get into the left lane so you can see the Aloha team. There's always usually a young female, or sometimes a male, but wearing this Aloha outfit, and they're actually called the Aloha team. So they're like the local security. What'd you stop here to get one time? You had me stop here on this train track to get what?
Milk tree leaves.
So what, your kids have caterpillar?
Get the caterpillar, watch them turn into a cocoon, and then hatch into a butterfly. You see where the butterfly, the monarch, you can see them flying a little.
Oh, yeah. Okay, totally random. My guy had to get some leaves for his daughter's butterfly.
Caterpillars.
Sorry, caterpillar. So to the left of me, you see the long train tracks. And then I'm gonna turn right here, just for reference. This really has nothing to do with real estate and moving here. Hi.
Public parking is out the driveway, next right.
I understand. I just see the camera. I do just a video showing people around.
We cannot let you in.
Okay, can I turn around? Auntie's just doing her job, but she had strong feelings about us turning in. But anyways, this is Paradise Cove. This is a luau. People come from Waikiki, from all over to come to this luau. There's another luau called Germain's, kind of in an industrial area. As the crow flies, it's not too far, but you have to get back on the freeway. One thing about about Ko Olina is there's lagoons. So there's Lagoon 1, Lagoon 2, Lagoon 3, Lagoon 4. I don't know if it was someone from YouTube, but I was talking to a client yesterday. I can't remember. And they're like, I can't hear you. There's all the birds in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear that. And I was like, you know what? Living here, I didn't even think about it. It's so normal to hear those kind of birds and stuff here. Potential tennis match that you could have here. They do morning like yoga and Pilates in the fitness studio here. So residents only. Basketball court. What are these things for? So I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this is some kind of sports thing. Like, is this big adult 2 square? I don't know. If you know the answer, leave a comment below and inform us, educate us. I've been to Roy's, countless times. This is a place that my wife and I will go eat dinner or whatnot. Always see people playing tennis in the evening. I never seen anyone actually using the basketball court. I'm not sure if there's real hoopers here, but tennis for sure. I always see people having, tennis matches in the evening. Ping pong tables. I don't have a mask though. This is all masked up, right? I don't have a mask, but we're just gonna peek in and show you the fitness center. I guess this whole area is like the sports area or complex, but this is where you have your treadmills and your machines, and so you can get buff.
See Auntie Nettie right there. You can see it right there.
Auntie Nettie.
Yeah.
Kenj lives here, right? So he knows it way better than even I do from a local's residents perspective, right? Secret beach over here. You might see, go on Instagram, hashtag secret beach or whatnot, between Lani Kuhonua and Paradise Cove. Limited public access, limited parking, and then people will rent event spaces for weddings or whatever the case may be. I should say they run a tight ship. All of Ko Olina runs a tight ship. I've said it before, like in Ewa Beach is a perfect example. On this side of the road, you could park in your grass. On this side of the road, they kick you out of the neighborhood. Ko Olina is that even to a greater extreme. You're living on a resort, there are resort standards. There's an association in other neighborhoods like Ewa Beach and Mililani. Here, the association's literally driving around each day on the golf cart. We just saw some people walking past. So what happened is Dad is behind us, drop them off, they can go to the beach, but because there's only 12 parking spots, I don't know, people will wait here for an hour, 2 hours. They'll wait for other people to enjoy the beach and then go. Pro tip, you could park in Honokai Hale, where we started, so that we could get the freeway shot. If catching an Uber is no big deal to you, then it's not a far ride and you can go right to one of these lagoons, because as you're going to see as we keep going here, parking's an issue at every lagoon. So on the right, the first magnificent resort you see here is the Four Seasons. Notable mentions about the Four Seasons. I mean, obviously everyone knows that name. It's a beautiful hotel. There's also a restaurant in there called Mina's Fish House. Upscale Hawaii dining. Our connection at Roy's, my good friend and Kenja's brother, he's the manager at Roy's. He even worked at Mina's for a little bit and was going to be their manager, but came home to Roy's. Here you have the Ko Olina Visitor and Sales Center. Shopping, so you'll hear people talk about Island Vintage Coffee, which we just passed. My wife loves Island Vintage. On the left here, there's crazy shirts and Tommy Bahama. Typical tourist shopping. This is really your market, right? There's an ABC store here. So when you're staying in Waikiki, there's ABC store in every corner. You can't believe that there's one there and one there. You could throw a ball to either one or whatever, right? Here in Ko Olina, being a resort with all these hotels, they also have the ABC store. But for the people that actually live on this resort, if you need a bottle of wine or some soap, you're probably gonna end up here. or otherwise you're gonna be driving into Kapolei. This has gotta be the nicest ABC store. There's a kitchen in the back, so you can actually order food. It's like a restaurant mixed into a corner store, Hawaii resort style, as opposed to like New York bodega style, you know, different thing. Here you're gonna be able to buy your sunscreen, your bodyboard, your tourist shirt that says, Aloha, we love Hawaii. Oh, one at a time, huh?
Yeah, I know. Single file, let's go.
Single file. Oh, this is Craig. Craig, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Derek? What's going on, bro?
We're doing a Ko Olina video today.
I know, I heard you on that. I actually just took this little girl to Kuhio Beach down in Waikiki, and we're headed back now.
Okay.
'Cause she needs a nap.
Maybe
I need a nap.
maybe we'll stop by and say hi.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Oh, notable mention, Just Tacos on the right. Did they close down?
Yeah, they're done.
Oh, I was gonna say, it looks like they're renovating, but they closed down. COVID definitely killed the tourism industry for a while. And with that, shops like, you know, shops in here that are more privately owned, locally owned, dunzos, as we would say in Hawaii. So we have the Four Seasons on our right. On the left, here's the parking for Disney Aulani. My wife's, like, I don't know why we have to go to Disney Aulani every time. Like, the Marriott's nice and it's cheaper. We're not a tourism vlog, right? We're not here to, you know, necessarily show you the best poke bowl in Hawaii and rainbows, although we make sure to get some of that stuff in. But we're teaching people about real estate. We're teaching people about the potential to move here. We just passed by the Four Seasons because we're showing Ko Olina and Ko Olina living. It's relevant. Some backed up parking once again. Those are people trying to park in Lagoon 1. So we weren't able to make it into Coconut Plantation. We were coming out of the ABC store parking lot and there was the backup. We weren't able to make it into Coconut Plantation, but Coconut Plantation is another community. It borders the golf course in a lot of areas, so it's another popular one, and for that reason has a lot of vacation rentals as well. It's the closest one to the ABC store, so when you talk about walkability, it's almost like you're staying in one of these hotels because you can walk to the stores and to the restaurants, walk to Monkey Pod, which is a common place to eat. So right now I'm just rolling through Disney Aulani. This is probably a lot of people's favorite. How do I want to say it? Disney's crazy, you know. Like my wife and her sister will be like, "Oh well, we're already here in Washington. We might as well go to Disney." Like we're on the mainland, or you know, I've seen them in Vegas. And they'll take a day trip from Vegas to Disney. You know, like, so with my family, anytime we're going to splurge on a staycation, there's a good chance it's going to be here at the Disney Resort. And it's cool, you know, a nice pool, and Mickey might be walking around. Fun fact, one of my clients, and she was actually featured in one of my videos on this YouTube channel. She's Minnie. Like, she does Minnie and Mickey. She's a character. She's retiring. Her last day is tomorrow. You're not supposed to tell people if you're the Disney characters, but she can't get in trouble anymore. You can see the parking to Lagoon 1, the second parking lot for Lagoon 1. What is this place right here? Just a place to eat?
It's a wedding chapel.
Oh, wedding chapel. Oh, okay. You know, this video, when I was doing it, I'm excited to do it. Our viewership is, you know, people are on the mainland or they're not in Hawaii, and there are quite a few people getting, you know, who want to come here and live a certain lifestyle or have the ability to purchase a home for part of the year. Ko Olina is a very popular place for that. Buying something that is intended for the winter so that they can escape the winter wherever they are. They'll rent it for part of the year to, you know, cover their expenses to a certain degree, and then just come here and stay for the winter. Very popular place for that. You can see the mix of local and tourists. Kids are out of school, so a lot of people are taking their kids to the beach. And here's the parking for Lagoon 2. People are just lined up. Look at this golf course. I mean, you can see some of the Mauka or mountain views there. Mauna is mountain. Mauka is towards the mountains. The line is shortest thus far for Lagoon 3 here. One of the pro tips, or one of the luxuries of living in this community is, you know, you own a golf cart and you can just golf cart around. So if you live in Coconut Plantation over there, you can walk right to the ABC store, to the restaurants, you know, and just not have to worry about anything. But, you know, if you live towards the back where we're gonna go, if you live in the front in Kailani, you can own a golf cart, and there are golf cart specific parking areas. In the bike lane here, it actually says bike and cart lane. If you're gonna live in a community like this, and you know, There's no reason to leave except for that weekly trip to the grocery store, Costco. You got everything you need here to live, you know, your amazing winter life. Then why not have a golf cart? I have a golf cart to get around. So here on the right is the Marriott Vacation Club. For most of the public, you're going to be parking in here. Lagoon 4 has a larger parking lot and is a larger lagoon. This is going to be the most likely place that you're going to find parking most days. However, because I happen to be rolling with a Ko Olina resident and local today, we got this. Yeah, so residents get this boom. So residents get this card. They have a designated area to park, so that you can actually go and enjoy the lagoon and not have to worry about all of that. On the left is a marina. You can live here, you can have your boat here, you can get underway and sail and go enjoy the ocean here. It really is a unique place in that there are only a few places on the island where you could really have this kind of lifestyle. This isn't a place where like I have a bunch of aunties and uncles and cousins that live in Ko Olina. You know, that's just not a thing. But I wouldn't mind making it a thing. We just want to get out and show you the marina real quick. Behind all these boats in the mountains, that's Makakilo. That's one of the areas we showed in our Kapolei video. In our Hawaii Kai video, I talked about like Kailua versus Hawaii Kai. A lot of people coming from the mainland are posed with that. You know, like we did Ewa Beach versus Mililani. It's a very common comparison. Hawaii Kai versus Kailua is another common comparison. And one of the things that distinguishes the two for me is Kailua is more of kind of a beach town. They call it Kailua town. Hawaii Kai, a little more resort feel. So there's, you know, the marina, Koko Marina. You could potentially live and have your a boat, you know, docked at your townhome and, you know, things of that nature. You could do the same thing here in Ko Olina. It's like real resort living. I could imagine you're coming from Chicago, you're coming from New York, somewhere that's cold, somewhere that has an actual winter. You're like, I need to escape and go to Hawaii for the winter. I could see this being the spot, right? So imagine you wake up at 6 a.m., drink your water, do whatever, go for a jog, exercise, do your yoga, jog to the beach and jog back. Maybe you go lap swimming. Come back, relax at the house, and then go over to Island Vintage Coffee, which we showed earlier. I don't know if this Island Vintage has shave ice. Some of them do. And then in the middle of the day, you can go back to your home, sit with your golf course or your ocean view in Kailani, whatever it may be. By the afternoon, you're ready to hit it again. Maybe you went and did something in the middle of the day. And by afternoon, maybe you come to your boat, you know, or a boat. Maybe one of your neighbors has a boat if you're only here temporarily. Get underway, go enjoy the views, the deep blue ocean. Either you come back for the sunset and set up at Lagoon 4 here and watch the sunset with a plate lunch in hand or a little grill or a smoothie or whatever. Or maybe you're out in the ocean for the sunset. Either way, like the west side sunsets over here are amazing. Like as the sun sets and you go into the evening, you go have dinner at Roy's or Monkey Pot or something like that. I can definitely see why people watching this video that are really specifically targeting Ko Olina, either for everyday living, for winter living, for part-time living, or as an investment, you know. A lot of people buy in Ko Olina because they do want to have someplace to go whenever they want to, that's theirs, on their terms, for whatever length of stay. They use it as an investment during other times of the year. That's a really common thing as well. I mean, and you can certainly see why. And in fact, this guy here lives in Ko Olina, right over there. So we're gonna drive through that neighborhood as well. I didn't mean to do that, tried to play it cool. You'll see shuttles here, like busing the tourists around. I don't think local, you know, residents aren't really able to just jump on those and use those. Let's see this guy's golf swing.
Yeah, it's all right.
Better than mine. It's not saying much.
Obama comes here a lot.
Obama? Yeah?
That's where I saw him.
You saw Obama here?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's cool. So you got to meet him, like?
Not meet, but I mean, say hi and then sign the book.
Oh, that's cool. You know, Obama's from Hawaii, everyone may not know, and I'm sure half the people in here hate Obama and half love him, and that's how it goes. But pretty cool that a president comes here and spends his time. So another cool thing about living in Ko Olina, especially if you're going to be here long term, is there's a preschool right here. I don't have personal experience with Seagull, but this guy does and likes it. I have another colleague who how should I say, I know his standards are high and he preferred Seagull schools as well. Just with the feedback from those two people in my life, I would most likely already feel good about Seagull schools. If you do have a professional life and you're gonna commute from Ko Olina to wherever, or even if you work from home but you want a preschool close, you have a preschool right on the resort. So I am going to turn left here and we're going to head towards Ko Olina Kai. Are these, anyone can use these bicycles?
Yeah, for rent. Like
Oh,
beaky
yeah,
bikes.
Like, you have to like swipe a card or something?
Yeah.
Golf cart crossing. So this is Ko Olina Kai. On the perimeter of Ko Olina Kai, pretty much all golf course facing, 1.5 million around homes and single family homes, you know, detached homes. In the inner part of Ko Olina Kai, there's townhomes. Again, amazing golf course living nonetheless. One thing about Ko Olina Kai, probably the best swimming pool as far as the residential areas. Maintenance fees, again, in all of these communities range from $800-900 up to, you know, who knows, $1,800. It just depends on the building and the community that you're looking at. Okay, I'm gonna turn right here into Fairways. This is another townhome community. This is the oldest community in Ko Olina. 2-car garages. So when we go across the street into Ko Olina Hillside, you'll see smaller garages in this. Sometimes when you look at these homes with siding, they actually at one point were using a concrete type of siding. I don't know what this one is for sure. The golf course. Right on the golf course, water feature. So as you can imagine, Unit A here that borders the golf course and has, you know, these lush views versus Unit B just next door. You might have $80,000, $120,000 price difference, depending on what kind of inventory is on the market at the time, etc. I always wondered, why put up this like wooden structure roof thing without the actual roof? What's the point of that? One thing we could point out is at the end of a place like this is what your Ko Olina is bordered up against. Oh, there's actually cows over there. 1, 2, 3 cows. Oh no, 4, 5, bunch of cows.
So actually at night you can hear them moving.
Yeah, so you're in between here and Campbell Industrial and Kapolei. It's really just, you know, just open land. It's good to have a break and just buildings and people, right? You're out here isolated. But Hawaii doesn't have the history of wildfires like California does. You could see how this could light up, right? There's a little bit of a fire break or trail that I see them keeping here. You know, I might consider that, especially in the summer, there's all this dry land right next to me, and if it were to go up in a blaze, then there'd be an issue. On the other hand, you're paying into the maintenance fee and association. I'm sure they have a master policy that would cover stuff like that. You're usually not, I don't know the exact terms and bylaws of this community, but you usually are not responsible for exterior damage and roof and, you know, things like that. So we're turning into Ko Olina Hillside Villas. You can see there's a pool right here as well. So you have your little ones. More permanent residents live here than some of the other communities, right?
You know what? I think it's the same everywhere, bro.
Yeah, you think so? Because when I go into the different communities, I feel like I see like kids that look like I don't know.
They live here, kind?
I feel like that when I come here, but you, like, he literally lives in this community, so... Well, just in your network, though, those...
Just in my network, most people own.
They all own, right? With the 30-day rule, vacation rentals that are probably furnished, oftentimes furnished, it's conducive to, like, corporate renting, you know, travel nurses, maybe. Although nurses usually like to be closer to the hospital, but, you know, a corporate rental where a contractor or someone of that, you know, that nature comes out here for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. They're a match made in heaven, right? Now these people can't rent their place for 3 or 4 or 12 days at a time. The corporation needs a place for several months that's furnished. That's the way the market has shifted with the new short-term renting laws. Ko Olina is an expensive golf course. I think the Kama'aina rate. So Kama'aina is a word for local people. You know, if you live here, you're a resident, you have a Hawaii driver's license. I think the Kama'aina rate's like 80, 90 bucks.
85.
85. You're a tourist and then spending money mode, and we're going to charge you more rate is like 180 or something.
Bro, it's over 2.
So if you're staying in Waikiki and you come here, it's like 250 or something. I mean, it's a nice course, but if you play as bad as I do, it's not worth it. All right, so if you live on the west side or the leeward side in general and you don't want to go into town, into Waikiki for a nice dinner, there's Mina's Fish House, but that's real touristy. Like Roy's is where it's like home, you know. You're gonna find local people, you're gonna find tourists. It just has a different coziness, and you know, we have a certain affinity for it. We're going over the train tracks here like this. So Ko Olina casual, or I need to be serious. Whatever. So we're here at Roy's. So this is where you'll see everyone like finishing their golf round, you know, here to have a drink after the 18th hole. Lays on the little golf statue over there, and the clubhouse here with, this here is Michelle Wee. She's one of probably Hawaii's most famous golfer, a professional female golfer. When she was like 16 or 17, she was playing pros or like in the LPGA. So she's there with Mickey because Aulani is right across the street. Roy's Ko Olina. We'll make sure Taisei takes good care of you guys if you guys go over there. Alright guys, thank you for watching another video with Derek Okahashi on moving to Hawaii. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you go to our website, fill out the contact form. That's one of the best ways to get in touch with me. Make sure to text and call you back. We jump on Zooms, teach you all about Hawaii, pull up the map, talk about your goals when you're moving here. Let us know how you like this video. This is true resort style living, like the Disney Aulani's over there, 4 seasons. Did we show you everything that you wanted to see, or do you want to see more? Do you want to see other videos? Do you want to see more talking head videos where we just cover topics about Hawaii? So let us know what you want to see. Those reach outs really put fuel in our tank, really keep us going. Let us know that you're out there and that we're actually doing this for people that are loving it. So it's kind of hot. I might go jump in one of these lagoons.